Inspiration, the number one rule in Robert's Rules of Innovation, the 10 imperatives to create and sustain innovation. Inspiration is the most important of all the rules. It needs to be driven and created by the CEO himself. He has to walk the talk and create the inspirational energy to create innovation in an organization. Now, think about this. Where does this all start? What do you need to do first? It all starts with a complete plan. You need to have a vision of the company that goes into the mission, that goes into the strategy. The strategic direction of the company is for multiple years, but it needs to encompass innovation. Now, from there, you make your annual plans. And the annual plans basically need to include your budget, your resources, and you need to make sure, absolutely sure, that the innovation initiatives can be supported with that. Now, if you have those resources, you then need to start making action plans. You want to make sure you have an observe and measure system in place. We will come back to that in another segment. And ultimately, it has to be tied in with the reward system. It is all about the net results, the return on investment on innovation, but it really is all about the net reward. And the net reward, I mean for employees and those involved. Your employees are the most important asset for you to create results. So take that into account. So if you properly budget it, including bonuses and reward systems, but budget it that the resources are there, and you then go into your observe and measure, you ultimately get the reward and you have a total system. So it's you, the CEO, the leader, or part of a management team that really has to drive innovation. Now, think about that a little bit. You have to define what innovation means within your company. That is very essential, so you all talk off the same slate. And you really need to start communicating as much as possible about the efforts. Communicate about what you have done, not about what you're going to do. You might want to start with a plan of this is the plan of what we're going to do, but you really need to communicate ongoing within the efforts. Now, let me talk a little bit about inspirational leaders. And of course, when you think about innovation, you think about Steve Jobs, but there's many others who are really walking the talk. If I mention two brands to you, Kohler Plumbing and American Standard, what do you think of when you think of Kohler? You think of design and innovation. Why is that? Well, it wouldn't surprise you that Herb Kohler still chairs the monthly new product development meeting. He inspires his team, he leads it, he walks the talk. So it's really important that you do that. So inspiration, the number one and first rule of Robert's Rules of Innovation, the culture creation, because ultimately if you create the culture, you put the resources in place and the measurements, you get to churn innovation out. Inspire and initiate. Rule number one for Robert's Rules of Innovation. For actionable tips and a full description of each imperative, please visit robertsrulesofinnovation.com. For additional resources, visit InnovationCoach.com, your gateway to innovation.